guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. Who am I mimicking? Leave it down in the comments if you guys know. With the glasses. He always wears the glasses. I've talked about him before. Anyways, I'm taking those off. You know who I'm talking about. Anyways, this is going to be, again, just a quick review on the Mamba FRP-13 by Freedom Blasters. If you guys remember, we ordered a bunch of custom 3D printed blasters. I'm not even going to say the company's name anymore because it just makes me angry, right? I ordered a bunch of these. They were supposed to take 2 to 4 weeks. It ended up taking like 3+ months to get. And some of these came broken when I got it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, right? After they quote like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get. And you're 90 days down the road. So I ended up ordering more. But this time I ordered kits that were supposed to take 2 to 4 weeks. Ended up with another 3-4 months. So I'm not even going to say the company's name. But, I've learned that if you're going to do this, just get a 3D printer, right? Do it yourself and buy the hardware kits. And yeah, it's just so much more easier and you save a ton of money. I spent a lot of money on this Mamba FRP-13. I ain't gonna lie. I spent a lot of money thinking it was gonna be better than what it is. Now, maybe this thing is not working like it should, which I don't think it is. After kind of shooting this and kind of seeing, I don't think it really is shooting like what I would expect, but maybe it is. But it wouldn't surprise me that this thing is not, or was not tested at the factory, or not tested, or I don't want to say factory, but tested at the company that I got it from, wasn't tested correctly. Because again, some of these just straight up don't even work. Like, they work if you put a battery in it and you're like, just testing it like that, maybe shooting a ball or two. But when you test the performance, you can see it's really not working like it should be. So anyways, let's get right into this. Let's take a look at this thing up close and personal here. Whew, Mamba FRP-13. I mean, it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. Look at that. The lines and how it feels in the hand, all of that is really, really good. I ain't gonna lie about that. It is an amazing looking blaster. Now, with this though, I've been using the 3S lipo on this. You can use a 2S. I was thinking that, hey, a 3S is gonna make this thing shoot 100+, right? Because 11 volts is not even what one of the rivals use right now, like the Percy's back here. Whoop, we'll move over. The Percy's back here is 9.6, I believe. Oh my gosh, don't quote me on that. Let me double check here. It is a 9.6, and that thing is shooting what, 90 to 100 FPS. So this thing is shooting a whopping 50 to 60 FPS. I don't think that's right. I don't think that is right at all. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I bought this thing put together because I wanted to be able to just to get it right out of the box and not put it together. But I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me again with the other stuff that I've been sitting, but that I got from them that was messed up. So yeah. So I would recommend getting the the 3S lipo for it. The 2S lipo, I wouldn't even have wanted to play with a 2S lipo on this particular blaster. So if we take a look at this, I mean, in the hand, it feels really good. Check that out. I mean, it feels great. It's almost like a real, I don't want to say it like a real type firearm, but it feels really, really good. It's actually a little bulky for my adult hands, so smaller nerfers might have a little bit of an issue with that. The battery, of course, goes right up there in the front. You just basically pull out these little tabs. My front tab on this thing came bent, so me getting that thing out of there was, again, kind of a slight nightmare. But you just pull it out, battery goes right in. The 3S lipo that they suggest is a little bit bulky for it going in. It does sit in the actual back tray, but getting it in there is, you need to, again, kind of push it in there. It kind of expands the blaster a little bit. Now, this does come with just one of the kind of the 10-round magazines here. And these are kind of cool. I'll give you that. The magazines themselves are just 10-round magazines, and they're 3D printed. So they look actually rather cool. So I ordered a few extras. I was hoping this was going to work with the rival mags, but of course they don't, right? These are proprietary mags for this particular blaster. Now, let's get into this. Let's show me shooting this thing, because I know that's, again, what a lot of you guys want to see. So check this out. I just have a single 10-round clip here. I'm about, I don't know, 20, 25 feet away from the target, and you could see, I mean, the performance is not great. I would have expected 100+ FPS out of this thing, not sub 60. When you're spending $100+ for a put-together blaster, I can't stress it enough how I want that blaster to work and work correctly. And that happened to a lot of my blasters that I've gotten from that company, where you know, you pull the trigger and sure, it revs and everything, but when you actually shoot something out of it, it doesn't work. And I could see it where they were probably super backed up on orders, and, you know, they just printed, and said, oh, yeah, it turns on, good, it's good, let's send it out the door. No, and that's what really bugs me. And I spent probably close to $1,700, $1,800 from that company, and I haven't even tested all the blasters because I've just been so, right, about that company and kind of what I got from them. But nonetheless, they still look cool, and I can still 3D print a lot of this. And that's the thing, guys, is a lot of these you can 3D print yourself, right? And heck, with a roll of filament and the amount of filament that this costs in time, so if it took me 6 months or 3 months to get, and I had filament, if I bought one roll of filament for each of these, I could probably make 7 of these, maybe 8 of these, somewhere right in there, and then you just buy the hardware kits. So for the cost, I mean, you could definitely make about 3 if you were to buy all the costs, and have a lot of filament left over to change different colors. So that's why I'm like, that's why you guys know that we've been doing a lot of the XFKO stuff. I've been 3D designing and making a lot of stuff because I'm like, no, I'm gonna make something that I think is cool, it works great, and you get what you pay for here at not a $100, $200 plus price tag. So, you know, again, it is my 2 cents on this particular blaster, the Mamba FRP-13. If it truly shoots 60 FPS, I never would have got this at all. I would have just saved myself $200 or even bought 2 more Perseus or something, because these things, 80 rounds, you know, firing 13 a second, whatever it is, it's just crazy comparison to this, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to buy the battery extra, I have to buy these extra. Sure, it looks kind of cool in the kind of the Xbox colors here, but let's face it, it's not worth the price. But leave it down in the comments. I'm kind of curious, guys, if you have one of these, let me know of your FPS. Is this one just jacked up from the factory or from the place that I got it from? Or is that what it shoots? I would like to not believe so, because that is very, very low. Anyways, you know, again, thanks for watching this, guys. I know this is a little bit of a rant, you know, about these particular blasters that I've been getting, but when you spend good money like this, man, I want performance. I don't want to be paying for something unique that you could technically print and build yourself for a third the cost. Anyways, let me throw these babies back on. You guys, you know, if you guys know who I'm talking about, who wears these on all these videos all the time, leave it down in the comments. He'll probably comment. Anyways, another thing out to you, if you know who I'm talking about, I hope you enjoyed the package that you got sent. Again, thank you for your order. You're going to be floored by what you got. Now, don't open it. Don't open it. I want you to send me a message before you open it, because I think you're going to open it and just be like, what? Anyway, some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Anyways, guys, definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already. Make sure you guys get on the giveaways. I think this is coming up, I think here in a couple days from when I post this. And I want you guys to win that cool stuff. And again, you know, this is just my journey, guys. I can't be, you know, hey, this thing is so awesome and sweet, and go get it every single time. Sometimes I run into stuff like this where I'm just disappointed. And in this case, I am severely disappointed due to the fact that the performance is not what I would expect out of this and the price that I paid. But I have a feeling that it might be just out of, I don't know, out of alignment or something comparison to what it should be. Because again, this blaster was, you know, one of the ones that took me months to get. Anyways, rant off. Thanks again, Fox fans.